Okay, looks like we are live. I look a little blurry. There we go. Okay. Looked a little blurry there for a minute. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum. My name is Michael Matsuda. I'm president and founder of the museum. Thank you all for tuning in. Today is October 21st. October 21st, the year 2021. I remember it was the year 1973. I remember that match game 73. You know? 2021. I thought we'd have flying cars by now. What's going on? You know, where's our flying cars? They promised us flying cars, and we didn't get anyway. Anyway, welcome to the museum. Let you know what's going on, what's happening, what's new at the Martial Arts History Museum. As you can see, my fire extinguisher looks pretty cool back there. Very nice. Anyway, so what's going on here? We do our broadcast every so often to give you guys an update of what's happening with the Martial Arts History Museum. Well, we got a lot of stuff in store coming up, and let me just pull up the calendar real quick. That way I have it down for you guys. Okay, today, let's see, is October, there you go, 21st. So this weekend is Greg Wooldridge Day. Greg Wooldridge Day, very high security guy, executive security, LAPD. Thank you for serving so much, Greg. We're always thankful for our people in blue. The police force, always thankful. We need more funds for the police because they're great people, wonderful people who serve and protect the community. So just wonderful, wonderful people. You know, a lot of these guys, I know many LAPD personally, they give out of their own funds and they buy stuff for a lot of kids that can't afford stuff, and they go make visits on their own time without getting paid for any of that, and they raise money for a lot of things that people don't even know about. So they do some great things. They protect the museum here. They protect all over the Burbank community, and we are just so grateful to all those men and women in blue. I strongly salute all of you, and I hope they ignore this defund police thing, and let's fund them even more. We need more of the great police who are out there. So thank you so much to the men in blue. So that's what Greg and women in blue. The Greg Woolridge, a former LAPD officer, will be with us. We'll be having his day on October 23rd, coming up this weekend. Okay, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Next, after that, we're going to take a break because it's Halloween is coming up. Right. So we're going to have a Halloween time. We're not going to have a Halloween party here. You know, I usually close the museum on Halloween Day, which is the Sunday. So we may be closed because nobody ever shows up. You know, we don't have any candy to give out to the kids. So, you know, they never come by anyway. One year I had some candy and nobody ever came by the museum. So we'll probably be closed on Sunday. I'll probably post that out there. Anyway, so that's Halloween. Be sure to wear something fun and have a great time. Have a great Halloween party. So anyway, let's see. And then after that is we're having a private party. You know, it's always good to be able to rent out the museum. And we do that. We do that on a good periodic basis. People rent out the facility for about $100 an hour. And, you know, we give them a little extra time here and there. And they have their events here, which is very cool. So $200-300, you have an event here. And, you know, it's kind of neat. And, you know, you don't have to worry about anybody and anything. And, you know, we're not a huge place like the Natural History Museum. They rent it out all the time. And I imagine they're like 20,000-30,000. You know, when we used to, excuse me, my of course Taco Bell. When we used to rent out dinner places to hold our Hall of Fame events, we don't do that anymore. But when we used to do that, it would cost us like $12,000 for the place. You know, $12,000 for the whole thing, and then we wouldn't make hardly anything. So I don't know why people throw so many dinners. You just don't make any dinners. You don't make any money at all. You don't. I don't know why they throw them. It just costs so much to put on. And then per person, the food per person, and the awards, and the people that come in complimentary. I don't know how they make a dime. I have no idea. But anyway, we don't do that anymore. But people, you can rent out the museum. You can rent out the museum. It's a lot of fun. We have a great setup. We have audio and video here that you can use. Our audio system is fantastic. You got a mini concert here, and we'll have comedy shows and all that. So a lot of great stuff. Oh, look at someone says from the man says, "Oh, Michael, you rock that." Thank you very much. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for watching, everybody. Let's see. So that's a private party on November the 6th. So it's just a private party, and then let's see. We are skipping November 13th. November 13th, Saturday. We try to do our events on Saturday. We really do. And that Saturday is Veterans Weekend, Memorial Weekend. So thank you again to all our veterans as well, serving and protecting our whole America. So how great we are to have such wonderful people serving in our armed forces. Cannot say enough about the greatness of them. So thank you very much. We salute you as well. But that's a Veterans Day weekend. So there's nothing on that weekend because we know from Ed Parker, don't throw anything on a weekend. So we don't throw anything on a weekend that has a holiday. But November the 20th is going to be Benny the Jet Yukitas Day. And that's going to be pretty exciting. So we're going to have a great response for that. And it's going to be just a hot time with Benny the Jet. The Jet. He is the Jet Yukitas. So that's going to be pretty exciting on the 20th. On the next weekend is Thanksgiving Day. So Thanksgiving weekend, we will be closed. Yes, nobody comes to the museum. But Thanksgiving, they'll go to Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm or something like that. And so we'll be closed that weekend. And then the following weekend is December 4th. December 4th, it's going to be gambling night. Yes, gambling night here at the museum. We're going to be, what is that? We're going to gamble poker? No. We're going to gamble LCR. LCR is a unique game. And I'm going to show you a video of how to do it. We're going to do it before it happens, but it's going to be a fun time. We're going to play LCR. Once you learn how to play LCR, you're going to play that forever. So that's how we're going to raise some funds. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And that's on December 4th. And then finally, to close out the year, we're going to have a Chai Saraswati Day on the 11th of December. So Chai Saraswati is the guy that brought Muay Thai to America here. A trainer of Dan Inosanto. So hopefully we'll have Dan Inosanto here too. That's gonna be pretty nice. Yes. How cool is that? I just saw Sensei Dan or Sifu Dan, excuse me, about 9 months ago. I was over there at his place, and maybe it was a little bit longer. But it's been a while since I've seen him, and it'd be nice to have him come here. And I hear. It's a possibility he will be here on December 11th. So that'd be a big coup for everybody to meet the man himself, but Dan Inosanto. So that's gonna be nice if he's here. But it's Chai Saraswati Day. We're planning for a Dan Inosanto Day. Hopefully we can do it, but if not, this will be the next best thing of being here. So anyway, that's what we're gonna have on our days coming up. We're going to be off the Christmas weekend and New Year's weekend because nobody visits a museum then as well. So I'm getting a little comfortable in my new chair. So I've got a new chair with my pillows here. Okay, next up, Dragonfest. Okay, Dragonfest, as you know, we're scheduling it for next year, okay, in August. Now, I'm posting this out because we have August 27th and 28th. Do not book anything yet. Do not book anything yet. Do not book your flights. Do not book your hotel reservations because everything's in limbo right now. I don't know if the Pickwick Gardens are still going to be there. I don't know for sure what's happening. We're also waiting on funding from the Visit Burbank. Visit Burbank is a place that provides, it's a committee that enhances tourism for the city of Burbank. And one of their focus, which is ironic, is promoting arts and culture. So that's what we're about. Dragonfest is about a convention promoting arts and culture. That's what we do. And this year, they have decided that they are not going to fund us this year. They're not going to give us anything because we don't bring in enough hotel rooms. And I think it's kind of weird because, yes, we do bring in a lot of hotel rooms, but we bring in art and culture. Nobody else, no other convention that they have in Burbank brings in art and culture. And that's what they're about. And to deny us funds is not a very nice thing to do. So thankfully, with the great people of Mayor Frutos and many other wonderful people, we are back on the agenda, and then we're going to be meeting with them next week to see if they're going to go ahead and change their mind and fund us. Everything is going to kind of rely on what their decision is, because if they decide to fund us, we're going to go forward. We're going to forward with Dragonfest and have it on that date period at that time period, and either at the Pickwick Gardens or the Marriott over here in Burbank. That's what we're planning to do. If they do not fund us, there is no sense in continuing to have our convention here in Burbank. If Burbank doesn't want to help us out, there's no reason to do it here in Burbank. So if they decide not to fund us, we are no longer going to hold the convention here in Burbank. We're just going to take it to LA or Glendale or another city and hold it there, and we just won't have it back in Burbank. It's ironic that they're supposed to support arts and culture, and we're the only convention that does that. And to hold back on funds and that, I understand they want hotel rooms, but guys, we got to think of the whole picture of Burbank and arts and culture, and that's what we're about. So we're going to let you know if we don't get funding, we're not going to have it in Burbank, and we're going to change the date. We had put the date at the end of August because that's what they wanted it. But because if they don't fund us, we're going to move the date toward the beginning of August. So we're going to let you know what's happening. So don't book anything yet for Dragonfest. Sensei Emmett, thank you for watching. How are you, sir? Good to see you on there. Hey, how are you? Oh, do you have something? That's okay. I'm doing my live broadcast, but that's okay. Everybody comes in. That's all right. What's up? You got questions, Cecilia? Do you need a cap? That's yours. That's yours. For helping me out, grab one. Go. Take it. Take it. You helped me out a lot the other day. There you go. This is Cecilia from next door at the dentist. Everybody say hi to Cecilia. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow. See you later. Are you coming in tomorrow? Yeah. Oh, okay. So anyway, so Cecilia helps me out a lot, so I'm very thankful. She's with the dentist next door, which I'm going to be going to in another week. The dentist, I know. Yeah, not very fun. The dentist. Anyway, he's a good dentist though. Good guy. Dr. Poon, good man, Dr. Poon. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do on Dragonfest. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. Again, if they fund us, we'll do it here. If they don't fund us, we'll just move it out of Burbank. It just won't bring it back here. We'll just do it somewhere else. Okay? Because we moved the date because of them. And that's the only reason we moved the date to late August. So there's no reason to have it, to have the restriction on us if they're going to not fund us. So we'll see what happens. Okay, what's next coming up? Let's see. We have, I have an invention. I mentioned it a while ago, and I'm going to release it in another week. I was hoping to do it this week, but we got our big meeting coming up next week, so I'm going to wait till that's done. And once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and release our invention. I hope you like it. I designed it myself, and it's pretty cool. I know you're going to love it, and hopefully you'll buy some products, some of the items from it. We're going to do, I think it was a Kickstarter, right? Kickstarter, that's the ones you have new inventions and stuff. GoFundMe is the one for different things to raise fund for an organization or to help somebody or something like that. So I think it's Kickstarter. We're going to do that. Is that correct, Kickstarter? Okay. Oh, Sensei Emma says it's just after midnight here in Emerald Island. Very good. Is that the name of the island? Really? Emerald Island? I don't know. I thought it was Wizard of Oz. Emerald Island? Emerald City, right? Emerald City. Right? Anyway, so that's the new invention. I'm excited about it. I made the prototypes. Me and my good friend made the prototypes. All ready to go. I'm cleaning up, getting them ready. And I'm just going to wait till after our meeting to announce it so I can put my attention on that. Our YouTube is doing great. We have hit over 3,100, I think, around there, that close to that many YouTube watchers. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We still need to get more steam behind that. We're still only like 100 views on each video. We need a lot more than that, guys. So if you could watch it, that'll be fantastic. Okay, what else is going new with the museum? We have applied for a couple grants, and hopefully that'll go through on doing some classes here. So the one thing I just want to put out, and I haven't mentioned this too much, and I just want to mention it because I think it's important that we continue to look ahead. We have been waiting funds, and we're still waiting a large project fund coming up, and hopefully that'll go through. But even if it doesn't go through, we're going to move forward like it's going through. Okay, we're going to move forward even if it doesn't go through, and continue to raise funds here at the museum. The funds that we receive when people donate help out the museum. It keeps our doors open. As you know, we've been closed for a year and a half. So there's a lot of making up to do on that. So, mortgage payments and all the rest, with nobody coming in, we barely survived, but we did survive. With the several methods, we're able to survive. But looking forward, I think it's important that we talk about the ideas of moving forward and what we're going to do and what we're going to have. So I have the blueprints already. I'll share them with you a little bit later. But our goal is to relocate to a much bigger facility. We have a facility already picked out, and it's a very nice facility. It is 2 buildings, and they're over 40,000 square feet. And those are the ones we're looking at. Hopefully we'll get that one. If not, there are others out there. But the goal is to have a couple of things at the museum. It's going to have the Martial Arts History Museum, okay? And then it's also going to have the restaurant in there, okay? And the restaurant's going to be a different varieties of foods. And then it'll also have a stage area. So we can have music and presentations and different things like that. Lady, thank you for watching. Lady Lelane's watching. And so the restaurant will be a full-service restaurant with different styles of food, decorated sort of like a museum, sort of like the Planet Hollywood. We already talked to the guy who makes the Batmobile, and we're going to have the Batmobile inside there. That'll be very cool in the restaurant. Yeah, I know. And it's going to be a nice place that people can come and enjoy special made stuff, and plates and all that. And we're also building it out in our back area in the restaurant for food delivery for those in need. So we're going to work and coordinate it with our restaurant to making special foods for those who cannot afford it, and to make trips and deliver to them. But they won't be coming there to the restaurant, but we'll be doing delivering service, working with other organizations on that. So we'll have the restaurant there. Okay, the next on one side is going to be on the restaurant. The restaurant will be attached to the convention, and this is all laid out already on Blueprint. So I'm not just throwing things in the air. So there's a convention center. It's going to be part of the restaurant. The convention center will be divided in several sections. It's a 44,000 square foot convention center, and we'll be able to have walls moving. So that way we can hold seminars, events, and conventions. So we can rent that out all the time. So it doesn't have to be just Dragonfest. It can be other conventions that people have, even non-martial arts related, comic book conventions, whatever. We can rent it out there and raise funds to keep the museum going. So that'll be there. People have dinners there. They can have their celebrations there. People can have the wedding receptions there. And that's what we'll talk about in just a moment. And the next building is going to be the museum itself. So we have the 2 buildings. One is the convention center and the restaurant. The other one is the museum itself. The museum itself is about a 40,000 square foot facility with offices. It'll have a special screening room, okay, for us to do our videos. It's already in there. It's not like I'm making it up. There's the rooms already in there. There's nothing to do at this place but move in. Okay, so it has a screening room and a audio-visual room already, a cafeteria for the employees, and then a special, nice area for a theater. Now, it already has a large theater there. I think it's like 300 seats, something like that. But we're going to expand it to make it like a 500-seat theater. That way we can have a lot of concerts in there. People can rent out to do any kind of concerts. We can have big movie screenings. We can have marathons. We can have plays. We can have music. We can have all these different things. We have lectures. All that will be in the theater itself. So whatever name, whoever helps fund that, that's the person's name. It's going to be on the theater. So we're going to have that there as well. They're going to be a separate entrance. And again, this is already done. It's already laid out. Separate entrance for the theater, either inside or from the inside or from the outside, like a red carpet. So someone wants to do a red carpet event, we can have it right on the outside. There will be a patio area where they can have food and all that, finger food and whatever they want to have. And again, that's already there. It's already there. It's not like we're building this stuff. This is a turnkey place, so it's already there. There's over 360 parking spaces in it. We are going to add on another parking space, upper level, a few floors, and we've already budgeted. Again, this is already budgeted. Everything's done. Everything's done. The whole plans are there. The beauty of this whole thing, is our attractor. Now, of course, you have the museum as an attractor, you have the theater as an attractor, and you have the convention center and restaurant as an attractor. But right in the center of both buildings is a huge area, big, long area that goes all the way from one side of the building to the other. And in the middle right now is a garden area. But we're going to change that. We're going to make it like a village right in the center. So it's the center. It's going to be a ninja village or something like that. And we're going to have on one side small little places that you can eat from, like hot dogs or hamburgers or churros or ice cream, or, small little things that you can eat there. So little sandwich places. And the buildings will be designed Asian style. And again, it's already designed. Again, I'm talking, the blueprint's already done on all this. We're going to have pavers throughout. So one side is going to be vendor booths, okay? And then we're going to have little carts on the other side, plus seating area all the way across the other side. So you have your churros and other food. You have your space in the middle, a walking space, and then you have your seating on one side. It's all full seating, the whole area, plus the outside stage area. That way we can have performances out there, small mini concerts or little martial arts performances and all that. And that'll be ongoing. If you ever went to downtown Disney and saw the stage performances, that's what I'm talking about. This is very similar to what downtown Disney does. Very similar to that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Think of downtown Disney. We're doing the same thing and putting it in the middle. Okay, there's also going to be a huge screen that will have a bunch of things showing out the whole time, which will be very interesting. It'll be a nice, every time we have an event there, so we'll have, let's say, a Chinese parade, we can have it right through there, or Chinese New Year's or Japanese Obon Festival, we can have it right there. So it'll be a place that we can have little parades and little stuff, walkways all the way through, wide enough to have all that stuff through. Just right before that is a fountain. Now, again, the fountain's already there. It's not like I'm planning this and it isn't there. It's not from scratch. It's already there. There's a fountain already. We have already made arrangements with the people on the music of the fountain, and the fountain, like a fountain show. Every so often a show will come out, which will be pretty neat. We've already got that all squared away. And then around the fountain and a little bit back is going to be our pavers. Now, the beauty of the pavers is we're having people's handprints put in the pavers. Now, I am trying to work so hard to get this done before our pioneers pass away. But sadly, a lot of them are passing away, and it's going to be so hard. I'm hoping these guys will put in funds now while we're still here, guys, while we're all still here, and you can still enjoy it. But our idea is to put people's handprints, all our Hall of Famers. For Bruce Lee's, we could get Shannon, put a handprints, and put Bruce Lee's shoes in there in the cement, and make handprints all around, so you can see all the Hall of Famers' handprints and footprints and all that. And I think that'd be kind of special. And we'll have that, and we'll have a ceremony as we have them actually put their hands in there. And that'll be pretty neat. So I'm pretty excited about that. Again, this is already laid out. It's already done. Okay, now as you go through the fountain area, first is the pavers, then it's the fountain area, and then all the way through the village, okay? Now, on the other side of the village is going to be our garden area. And, okay, it's a nice-sized garden area, and it's already set up, okay? Again, I cannot stress, this is a turnkey place. It is the perfect place. It's not far from here at all, and it's already set up. All we got to do is move our stuff in. Really, it has all this stuff already. Just a little improvising here and there, and that's it. We'll have two museum store, one main one inside the museum and another one on the far outside. And then we'll have an area in the garden area, and that'll be designed for weddings. So if people want to have weddings or quinceañeras or a kid's party or something like that, it'll be a perfect area for that. Because that way they can rent that out, have their wedding there, and then right across the way, go right through the village, and there will be the convention center, and they can have the reception there. So how cool is that? So they'll be using our food from our restaurants for the catering, and then all our stuff when we have a convention, they're going to use our restaurants for the catering there, and dinners, our restaurant for the catering there as well. So it's a win-win situation. We have provided in our plans. It is going to be a nice money-making operation. It's not going to be a huge money-maker operation. So if you think we're Disneyland, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be you're not going to get rich here, but we're going to do something nice to serve the community, to keep that going, and hopefully we'll get more interest, and the concerts will pay for the museum facility and all the different things. So we're hoping our other funding comes through, but if not, we're still going to go forward with these plans. Hopefully we'll get some other investors to come on board and help us out and help us move forward on that. We're hoping to put like a canopy over the entire village area. That way, if it rains, we can still do our events in there. Sort of like Fremont Street. How they had the electronic thing on top? We're not going to have the electronic thing, but we're going to have an Asian kind of theme on top. That way, it'll protect the center from the rain. It is a nice facility. Again, it's a beautiful place. It has the theater and everything already already there. It's already there. So hopefully everything will move forward, and we'll move into that location and restart everything and have all our events and on a bigger scale now, And then we'll be able to have enough room to have not just Asian martial arts, but have different styles of martial arts, a Krav Maga or other different things in there, wrestling and boxing and anything that makes up the martial arts community. We can show that, and then have a rotating, it's a special area, it's our rotating exhibit area, and that will change out every month or something like that. That way people have a lot of opportunity to do stuff in there and provide stuff. So that is our big plan. We're going forward, guys. We're raising funds, we're pushing funds. The Japanese little Tokyo Recreation Center, they were able to raise close to 30 million in just a couple years, and they were able to create their own village or whatever. They had that. So if they can do it, hey, we can do it. Okay, we can do it. And they just got little investors here and there. They weren't a huge, big investor. So that's what we're doing now. We're pushing galore, trying to get grants and trying to get this all squared away so we can get the place and start moving in. So we're working hard, raising funds for the museum, but we're also raising funds for the new location. So we hope people will come aboard. And again, I stress this, everybody. Look, while we're still here, we're not getting any younger, and our pioneers are just passing away. Chuck Merriman, who was just here about, 8 months ago or something, or 9, a little bit longer than that, who was just here to see the museum, just passed away. And many of our pioneers are just leaving us. And let's see if we can get some funding from all these guys. And hopefully people like Chuck Norris and Jackie Chan and Donnie Yen and Jet Li and Jean-Claude Van Damme, people who have done very well financially from the movies will say, hey, let's give to the museum. None of them given anything to us. So let's, Jackie Chan gave us a t-shirt. I have to say that. He gave us a t-shirt. But everybody else, I hope they come on board. And let's do it while we're still here, guys. So that way we can make this village and everything a place to enjoy and hang out. People can have meetings there and all that. It can be a great place to just hang out for the whole day. You walk in there and then there's Benny Urquidez, or there's Daniel Santo, there's Fumio Demora, So while we're still here, guys, so let's bug your people. Please write our councilman or write our mayor or write everybody to bug them to death. And that way we can get things moving forward to create that and make that nice transition over there very quickly while we're still here. Okay, so Well, that's the plans, guys. That's the plans, and that's what we're trying to raise money for. We were raising money, and we were doing good. We were doing good, and then the COVID hit, and of course, set things back. So we got to set things forward, and then go from there. So we're working hard. We're working hard to keep this museum functional. America Sabi-samas, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you watching. Very nice. We are doing one more thing, guys. We are making a change in the museum. We are adding new stuff, as you probably saw, things coming in, new items. We're making a small little exhibit area. So I talked to this last time, but we are getting the cases, new cases, and we're moving some of the stuff in our media area and putting a little exhibit area that we can interchange every so often. So right now we're going to have those who are honoring on their day bring their uniform, and we're going to have that in there for that weekend. But we plan to have different things in there, like the Karate Kid stuff for that month or that weekend or whatever. So that's going to be our changeable area that we'll have at the museum. So when we're not changing something, we'll put something there until we have an event, and then we change it back in there. So that way we can rotate things. You know what I mean? Because we have a lot of uniforms of people in storage, and I said, we got to display this, out there. So we're going to use the exhibit area, so that way we can put their uniforms in there, or put their stuff or items and all that, and that's going to go in there. We're working on it now. I think over the holiday weekend, over the Thanksgiving weekend, we'll start working on it a little bit more. So we're going to get that ready. We're going to get it ready. We still got to paint the bases and all that and get it prepared. So we're working on it now. We're working on it, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully my invention that I'm doing will bring in a little puns, and that'll help us out as well. So you'll see it. You'll see my invention. I know, I'm excited about it. It probably won't bring in hardly anything, but that's okay. I'm excited about it. It might bring in a little bit. It works for me. It works for me, and hopefully if it works for me, someone else will say, hey, that's pretty good. Or maybe Lori Grenier or those guys from the Shark Tank will say, hey, that's pretty good. Like Mr. Wonderful and them guys will say, oh, that's pretty good. I'm going to invest. I'm going to give you $5 million for your company or something. Who knows? You never know. Things can happen. So anyway, that's about it in information. I'm finishing up Ernie Reyes Jr., Ernie Reyes Senior video. I said that before. Sorry, guys, things got in the way, but I'm putting I'm setting it all up. I'm a quarter way through, and hopefully I'll finish by next week during Greg Woolridge weekend. I got to prepare for that, and then work on Ernie Reyes's biography pretty soon and get that out there. We have also Simon Ree's biography coming up, so that's going to be pretty exciting. We have Robert Redfeather's biography coming up. These are already shot, and a few other ones that we've already shot and put in the can. Eric Lee biography has already been shot, and a few others we're shooting. So hopefully we'll get a lot more biographies out there, and that'll be pretty exciting for you everyone to enjoy. And then we'll have it available here at the museum. Okay, that's it. I'm out of breath. I can't think of anything else. Anybody have any questions for me? Any questions about the new place, our plans? We had spent a lot of time on getting the new place ready. We had went to the place. We did a tour through the place, doing measurements all over the place. And that's why we were able to make a blueprint. We hired a couple people to help us out. I used to make blueprints years ago when I was a draftsman for the great Bendix company, and doing security work secret security work for them on their weapons system. I know, I created weapons. And so I did a lot of the blueprints myself, and we were able to measure and fit a lot of the stuff in there that we were looking to do. So the plans are there. The budget's already there. We worked with a great accountant and getting all the budget all set up. And so we're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. So hopefully things will move forward in that direction. And we're ready. We're just sitting there at the edge of our seat and saying, as soon as they say, okay, give me your blueprint, soup, there it is. Show me your budget, soup, there it is. There's the budget, that quick. So we got it already done. And the employees will what we're going to do and all that. So it's already planned out what we'll need. So all that is all prepared. It's all prepared, and it's just waiting. Hopefully that place will still be available by the time we can get funding for it, and then we can move in there, and that'll be pretty exciting. We'll be playing with the big boys like the Natural History Museum and all that. So anyway, okay, I think that's it. Any questions for me? Martial arts, yes. I have restarted my Kung Fu class. Yes, I'm teaching again Monkey Kung Fu. That's the main art that I did most of my life. And I have restarted my class. We had our first class last week, and that was pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. So I'm redoing my Monkey Kung Fu class, teaching that. And then I'm going to put a lot of these things on DVD and for people to enjoy. We had tried putting them online, but it never worked. Nobody ever downloaded it. So I said, okay, if I put it on DVD, people buy the whole thing. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be putting that on DVD. And then we found the lost 20 forms. There are 20 forms that were completely lost from the system of Pekwar, Taishing Pekwar. And I found them, and I'm relearning them. And then I'm going to put those out on a series of DVDs coming up. Right now, we're on Etsy. Most of our stuff is on Etsy.com, but we're working with Amazon still, and maybe we can do some things and figure out how we can sell some stuff on Amazon, because Amazon did us really good. Etsy's okay, but Amazon did us really good. So hopefully we can do that again very soon. So I'll figure it out. Okay, what else? Anything else? Oh, the front. Yeah, the front has been redone. It is finished. It is completely finished. A brand new front on the museum. The Eagle Scouts. So the Boy Scouts. I know they don't want them called the Boy Scouts, but guess what? I'm calling them Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts were here, and they're going for the Eagle Scout, become Eagle Scouts, and they have to do a project, and they're doing it right here, and they finished it. They redid the face of the museum. They put in a Zen-like garden. Very cool. And they repainted our fence and cleaned that up, and it looks fabulous. So hopefully, and you guys will come and see that and enjoy the new front of the museum, that part of it over there, and it looks just sensational. So thank you to the Scouts, the Boy Scouts. I think it's Scouts Troop 228. I think that's what it is. Nathan and all those great people for doing that. Thank you very much, everybody, for pitching in, and everybody helped out, and that was really wonderful for them to help out. Okay. Oh, and lastly, hope you enjoyed Karen Shepherd Day. Great turnout. A lot of people here. We had a lot of fun. There was a little bit of food here. Everybody ate some munchies. And it's always nice to have a little food, you know. And it was a pretty cool day. We had a blast. It was a great time. We're gonna have a blast this weekend too. Greg Wooldridge Day coming up this weekend. Okay. Any more questions? Okay, I think that's it. I've kept you on long enough. I want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I want to say thank you to all of you who continue to make donations to keep this museum moving forward. We need to move forward. We need a bigger place, guys. We really do. And let's just keep moving forward, helping us out. And I want to say many, many thanks to all of you. Many thanks to Dr. Bob, who donated for the lights as well. Angel Velasquez, who just donated a large screen TV, plus another $1,000 as well. And we appreciate that as well. And thank you for all of you who continue to donate, no matter what it is. Your donation is what keeps this museum going. And the more we can get in donations, the more we can move forward to our new location. So we're pushing forward, guys. We're pushing as hard as we can. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you, everybody. You take care. It has been a pleasure. And oh, is there a question on there? Hold on. I'm scrolling right here. If there's a question, we're only going to put this on YouTube, and then we're just going to take the code and copy it to Facebook. I think it's easier that way, and that way I get. Facebook crashes too many times. It's just inconsistent. So I'm just going to copy this once this is done, and then I'm going to paste it over on Facebook pages, and that way people can see it by watching YouTube through Facebook. And that helps us out on funding as well. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, you take care. America's Lady Lane, Sensei Emmett, the man. Everybody, thank you for watching. Anybody else who's watching, thank you very much. You've been too kind. Okay, you take care of it. Bye. I'm still live. Wait, end stream. There we go. Okay, end.